What's up, guys? Maverick Mark here, bringing you some more Division 2 content. So, yesterday, we got announced that TU11 is real. And with TU11, they will implement the long-awaited transmogrification system, or, as Massive likes to call it, appearance mods. What are appearance mods, you may ask? Well, I'm going straight to the Division 2 website and I'm pulling up what they're considering appearance mods. Or you'll be able to change the appearance of your gear beyond the normal dye and coloration. Now you can change your mask, backpack, chest, knee pads, gloves, and holster to look like a similar piece of a different brand because you totally asked for it. All gear from common to high-end gold rarity, as well as gear sets, can be altered in its appearance. Appearance mods will allow you to finally get that specialized look you've always wanted, or change the style of the setup you've loved for its function but not its form because you asked for it. Special gear, like exotics, cannot have their appearance changed, however. These pieces are more visually distinctive and are meant to stand out. Conversely, other items cannot, I repeat, cannot be made to look like exotic pieces because you totally asked for this system. Dun 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 dun. Alright, so that is exactly what they're calling this system. All right, that's the sales pitch. Let's break that down, guys. So we did not ask for this, and I don't know who these several guys are that are building this system, but when it all hits the fan and everybody's like, well, what did they do here? And they're like, did they bring us more missions? Did they bring us new exotics? Did they do any of this other stuff later on in the game, especially when Season 3 hits? All right, guys. When Season 3 hits and we look back and we get some trivial nonsense going forward, people are going to look back at this system and they're going to go, well, maybe those 5 guys that built this system should have been working on the actual game, making real improvements to the game, rather than giving us something that a small minority of people may have asked for. I have literally never seen a single Reddit post about this material ever, and I'm on Reddit all the time. That's what makes it so crazy. I tried my best to find some huge Reddit post, this just stream of ideas about making characters great again and whatnot, but guys, I can't find it. So I don't know who they're clamoring to with this new system. All right. And the only thing I can think of is that they're just wasting time with these side steps. Right now, skills are at an all-time low as far as bugs go. If you haven't encountered any, man, you're lucky. But right now, we're looking at changing the appearance of gear, and it's not going to improve the performance in any way before anybody gets their hopes up that what this really is you can turn a piece of Fenris gear into maybe you can re-roll it into a piece of Alps gear. That's not what this is. All you will change is the way the gear looks. That's it. At first, I thought it was from the way your character's appearance looked, but I mean, I don't know, guys, this just doesn't make any sense right now. If we were at this heightened state of utopia where everything was perfect, there were 0 complaints, I could see where this would be a big deal. Or maybe this is something that could come with a later expansion. Maybe in November, they'll launch a new expansion where they'll promise all these things and then they'll give us this. That I could see because that's their history. All right. So where does that leave us with this? Well, it's leaving us in a situation where later on down the line in, TU, 12 or with some later expansion, we're going to be sitting there and we're like, man, I really wish we could have gotten more content than this. What happened? And then we'll read some article from, Kotaku or somebody crazy, and it'll be like, well, these developers are out talking about how they wasted all this time on the transmogrification system and how there wasn't enough time put into Season 3, more than likely. I mean, I really want big things out of Season 3 because, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but our player count is just steadily trickling off just because there isn't enough to do. And it's not so much that there's not enough to do. There are things to do. But people are tired of doing the same things over and over again. In this type of game, there's a certain amount of repetition that goes into it. And I've made multiple videos about farming, how to make farming and making some of those more repetitive, those repetitive gameplay moments, maybe more interesting, maybe more helpful, maybe maximizing your ability while doing them. And then later on, you don't have to do them as often. All right, so instead of getting anything new, we're just getting this. And that's super frustrating, guys. I look at other games, what you would technically call the peers of the Division 2, and, other games are getting things every single season. They're getting something pushed forward, some kind of narrative, and essentially we're getting a copy and paste system that people aren't really responding well to. At this point, when you scroll down, your Facebook group or some Reddit post or this and that, and anybody's complaining, a lot of players have suggested, well, you just play something else. Just don't play this game anymore, So what if you're 3,000 shade level and, you want to play like you've invested, 100 days worth of playtime into the game? Who cares? Just go play something different because you're being toxic. Well, when the developer makes sidesteps like this and they make everybody so frustrating, they make the game frustrating, especially when you're running your skill build that took 10 days worth of playtime, and you've got everything perfected, maxed out stat rolls on everything, and you're in the middle of a legendary, and in the middle of that legendary you get bad weather, aka rain, and now your skills can't target anybody. Stuff like that, like, I want to say game-breaking bugs, but every bug is not game-breaking. Of course, your skills work 80% of the time, but either way, that 20% now is garbage. All right, so we're sitting there and we're thinking, we're frustrated that our skills aren't working right now, right when we want them to, or right when we need them to, all because the game isn't functioning like we need it to or like we want it to. And we're sitting there looking at this going, well, at least we're getting a gear transmogrification system. A thing that no one asked for, and to be honest with you, it's nothing original. This is not an original thought whatsoever. If I remember correctly, World of Warcraft created a system like this probably 10 years ago. I can't remember when I first saw it on there. That was the first time I experienced this sort of system. They then copied and pasted over into Diablo 3 and so on and so forth. And there's many other MMOs out there that have this system because they know not everything they create is going to be perfect or look the way or feel the way that players want it to look or feel. So they create this system where you can implement, I want my character to be decked out in all Fenris gear. I want him to match perfectly. And that's fine. Like, if that is your priority in the game, because I know players that log on to the game just to sit and chat and casually run around doing different things. And that's fine. If that's what you want, that's fine. I just do not feel that this is the right time or place to do this. That being said, if bugs are a priority, I'll be honest with you, we would probably never get this system. There have been misstep after misstep after misstep in regards to different things, different implementations of the game. So maybe the developer just said, you know what, screw it. We're just going to toss it out there because if we don't, we'll never get it done. Maybe this is something that maybe 10 or 15% of the silent game playing population, maybe it is something that they wanted. Maybe we're just missing all of it. But I don't think so, guys. I think going forward, we're going to look at this as a misstep because there's nothing here. It's trivial. There's no new content. It is a copy and paste that nobody wanted. But guys, I'm going to leave you with that. If you found this video helpful, I do try to bring you videos, not just thoughts, but ideas as well. So if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to hear more of my voice, hit that subscribe button, and I'm out.